One strike. Diddy Kong. Malco. Captain Malcolm. Sephiroth.
Alright, we got the first game of game 2 of the series. This is the Cinnamon Children versus the CGEL editing team. This is the debut of Angry Princess Rosalina. Pretty big. Alright, let's get electric. It's currently 54 to 126. Alara getting some damage back. Wasn't looking good at first, but now closer to even. F smash. Whoa. Just a good side B there, but it's not gonna do it with that F tilt will. So Super gets the first KO. And Fang 2.0 ties the game. Here's Cheeto, who's been, I believe, the highest rated on the team. It's been him and Tenna kind of flip-flopping. Of course, Frank 2.0, named after famed Cancer Games member. $100 to $112. Misses with that up smash. Lasers. It's gonna be a down throw and then misses with the up smash. Doesn't miss that one. It's now 4-3 in favor of CGEL. Here comes Tenna coming off of pretty hot streak so far. Good neutral B there. Shira. And Tenna ties the game back up. Here's Gummy Bear. Gummy Bear's been doing his part. Hasn't been really the star that CGEL might have been expecting, but is looking for a breakout game. It's now at 74. And up B is going to get Tenna. This is Opera. Hasn't really had a lot of playing time. Trying to make the most out of it here. Wrong direction with the up B. Trying to get back on stage. And that was pretty wide open up tilt there. Here's Cole, who in his last game went off for 3 KOs. And Cole gets Opera. Here's Mac, the closer for this Cinnabon Splitters team. He gets Cole, so now it's 0-0, last stock each. Here comes Angry Princess Rosalina. I don't know about you, but if I was Roki's Young Link, I would just give up. This isn't a winnable matchup. Just kind of crucial being around. Angry Prince avoids the forward air at ledge towards Masterman. Georgia kind of hesitant. Had a wide open opportunity there, but doesn't do anything. Can't say this is the most offense heavy Rosalina I've seen. And Mag takes care of business. That's 2 KOs. So the Cinnabon Splitters take this game. Pretty solid performance by Frank 2.0, and Going Bear Cold did their parts, but it was Opera and Mag that kind of brought it back. Screenshot this because we don't have our dedicated screenshotter today. Alright, there we go. Okay, moving on. Next game is Happy Natsuki Lovers. Welcome, Jocelyn. We're going into game 2 right now. Pretty electric. Things loaded. This is the Natsuki Lovers on the right and Lilac Stilton on the left. Game 1 of the series yesterday, Soy lost in devastating fashion it was Joseph Spock's cadet that silenced the haters, you could say. God Gamer's been almost an MVP candidate so far this season, and showing that immediately with the KO against Goblin. This is Nightmare's getting lost. Another Amiibo with pretty limited playing time, trying to potentially get more. Landman gets a KO there. Get it back here on stage. Here comes Eddie's Inkling. That forward smash is gonna kill the game loss. Here comes the Cookies, I believe. Yeah, the Cookies Inkling. Mexican Lovers currently up a stop. $84-42 right now. And Yuri gets another one there. So that's 2 so far. Only at 42%. Here comes the current second highest rated Amiibo. This K-Roll finds a way to get 2 or 3 every single day, it seems. Which is exactly what happened yesterday. And helped them get to the win. But already at 79. And Yuri gets a 3rd KO. And that's a dud for the Crunch today. So now Lilat down to their last hope in Pizzaful, and he already gets the KO on Yuri. Here comes Madison. Just kind of flare blitz off stage. Let's go. Shields that flare blitz. The Pizzaful just overpowers the Pichu. Here's Immersion trying to do it, and Immersion seals the deal. So, the CP Lovers tie the series 1-1. Yuri with an incredible game, especially with getting Le Crunch out. And then God Gamer had a nice KO, and so did Immersion. With an East Division that's been pretty curious so far, any win for any of those teams seems to be huge. Posting that. Alright, let's move on. Right, so this is the third match. We've got Jacob's #1 fan and the Akubian Devils. Benji leading off with the CPU.
3, 2, 1, go!
Mimikyu's been a pretty solid role player in the early season. Looking to get the free KO against the CPU. He's leveled up. Let's go. Gets the free KO. Here comes Goldfinch. This Benji team has been pretty exciting to watch every single day. Zakatua, when he was drafting, ran out of money very early on and was stuck with 3 CPUs, but the people that he did pick have been nothing short of electric. And even the CPUs have gotten 2 KOs during that. Let's get KO by Goldfinch there. Here comes Cynthia. This team's also the only one that I've seen in any Squad Strike League to get 5 stocks. And Power has also had a 5-kill game at the same time against the same team on back-to-back days. Cynthia gives Jacob the lead. Here comes what? Perfect on the tipper. That's gonna tie it up. So now it's Pisces versus what? $60-46. Tie game. Misses with that forward air. Off stage. The hit from the Luma is going to give Jacob the lead back. Interrupt bait immediately takes care of Pisces. Comes Amanda. Okay, that was a strat. It's currently even between these two teams. Neither of them have had a lot of these. Is that gonna be too far? No, it won't. $83-115. Is that bounce mask gonna do it? It will. So now it's 2-1. A lead for Benji. Emperor's Light has had a few pretty solid games. Looking to get 2 here and give her team the win. There's 1. Here comes Power, who currently has an unbeatable record of 5 KOs in 1 game. Up smashed. 102-0. Would have done something off stage there, but misses with the fair. Gets her off stage again. 119-80. Up smash hits. Back throw, off stage. And F tilt from Power is going to give the Akubian Devils a lead and the win. It's a very back and forth game there. Pac-Man did a really good job of just keeping his team in the game, and Power was able to close it out. Alright, moving on.
Sword strike. Zero suit Samus. Mr. Game and Watch. Roy. Min Min. Jigglypuff. Bayonetta. Lucina. Inkling. Pyra.
Right, for match 4, we have the Killer Bees versus the K-pop team. Too long of a name to say. Lorena took this in a dominated fashion yesterday. So much so that Killer came to my DMs this morning and asked if I cheated.
2, 1, go!
Amiiiiiseries has been the highest rated member of this team, surprisingly, despite limited playing time. Misses with that down air. An important member of the lineup for Florina today is the Jigglypuff, Joseph's. Had a pretty rough, blown lead his last time out. Trying to bounce back from that. That's gonna be too far. And Thanatos gets the first KO. Here comes Cicada's Instagram launch. $126 to $78. Good job avoiding that F smash. And the up smash from Pit is going to give him a second KO. Here comes Mars. Already up 37, now at Dipsy. And Pit's finally out. Yep, smash from Arrow is going to make this a 4-2 game. Here comes pretty much the X factor for this team in his Minmin. Minmin's had a pretty crazy roller coaster of the first 10 games, having a negative rating at one point, but ever since that first series has been very productive. Up smash from Hugs. Gets a KO. Here comes Ori. Carry down smash. Hugs off stage. Gets back. Back throw. And the F smash from Ori gets the KO. So now it's 3-1. Big problem for this Jigglypuff. And Puff gets a KO. That's 2-1. The goal is to kind of, at the very least, make it last stock now. But Puff's at 87, and that up air is gonna take it. So the Killer Bees are able to pick up a win and tie the series up after a pretty bad blowout loss yesterday. Bananos kind of made a good statement to lead off, and then all the puzzle pieces kind of got put together. That's the game.
Squad strike. Alto. Little Mac. Donkey Kong. King TDD. Greninja. King Swordfight. Captain Falcon. Diddy Kong. Zero Suit Samus. Lucina.
Got a pretty fun matchup here. This is the True Seekers versus Green Ray. Pantwan versus YTs. Some fun storylines in this match. That being Shakira on the True Seekers has yet to appear in a game. Has had 3 starts, but has not been needed at all. Drago Bombs has also been one of the better players, one of the better low tiers in the league in limited playing time. And lastly, Green Bay's Jamal has been electric in his last few appearances. Pantwan and Tabunin have both been pretty strong leadoffs for these teams. $99.95. And the up smash from Pantwan gets the first KO. So here comes White Beater. Controversial, Amiibo. Hasn't really found it yet in his limited playing time, but looking to tie the game back up here. KO punch, and that's gonna tie it up. Here comes Cash Money. Been one of the better players in the league. Up smash, that's gonna get the KO. Here comes Jamal. His last time out was absolutely electric. It's not really in the lineup all that much though. He's known for his frequent use of down B, which isn't the most common thing ever. That little sequence there makes this 4-2 in favor of Pantlong. Here comes Chuck E. Cheese, MVP candidate so far. Quickly makes this 3-2. Dragobom's in limited playing time has been electric. I believe his last start was a 3 KO game and a blowout win. Playing a pivotal role, third in the lineup here. Trying to get this really tough Amiibo out. Doing a good job so far, making sure Chuck E. Cheese can't really get much damage in, and he gets the KO there. So Chuck E. Cheese limited to 1 KO. That's a full KO for Dragobombs. Now, here comes the last chance for Green Bay in Corrupted. Dragobombs at 134. But the S smash at ledge takes it. So that's another electric performance from Dragobombs. It's 2 KOs, as well as 2 KOs from Cash Money. And that gives the True Seekers a 3-stock win. Interesting match here. We've got Joe versus Jim's Orlando Chocolates. Jim started out the season 5-0, and you would have thought that, hey, he's kind of unstoppable. But since that, he's lost 5 in a row, and now he's trying to get back over 500. While Joe has been in a similar spot, starting off undefeated 4-0, and then losing 4 in a row, but has had a couple wins to bounce back. Orlando's got a pretty solid lineup today, with first four being very productive. Galzo trying to find himself a few good games to boost his stats. CEO Fun very quickly gets the KO on Toby. Here comes Ishtar, who not sugarcoating it at all. Hasn't been good, really. Despite it being pretty much a household name. Dodges that up smash. $63 to 110. And Ishtar ties the game back up. Here comes the Alma. It's currently 127 to 20. And Stan gets a KO. Here's Finale. It's been a pretty solid cog in the lineup. Doing some decent damage. Back air from Finale ties game back up. Here's Doom V4. He's had a couple games in a row without much success, but has overall been great for this team. F tilt. His nairs couldn't hit, but was still able to get Doc off stage enough. That's now 2 for Finale. After being behind, Joey is now ahead. And is dealt with very quickly, so that's a 3rd KO for Finale. It's now a big task for Gengalzo. Quickly gets 1 there. Here comes the Amiibo winner, Wasago. Galzo at 82. Very important to note that Aerith is still on deck. It's kind of fallen off the standings because she hasn't really had too many big games in the last few. The F tilt, now it's 1-1. So here comes Aerith against Gengalzo. hits that up smash. The up air is able to win it for Joe. That is now 6 losses in a row for Jim. And Jim is also now down 0-2 in the series. Yingazo gave it a good ride at the end. It's probably his best game so far, but it was not enough. And Eric was able to get kind of a bounce back there.
Squad strike. Wrong. Inkling. Captain Falcon. Yes. Young Link. Falcon. Rosalina and Roma. Kirby. Diddy Kong. King TDD.
So you've got the Buffalo versus Rider teams. The job leading off to the Buffalo has been a top 3 rated amiibo so far. Kevin and Homelander for Delaware have been also very highly rated so far. And leading off for Delaware is Get Back, and this is his debut after being at first picked up by Delaware, then dropped, and then re-picked up after White Cheese's Toon Link was dropped. Get Back is handed a pretty difficult equation here, having to face basically the best leadoff so far, but he gets to lead off KO. Here's Nightmare's Rosalina. Get Back already putting up good damage here, but that down air is going to get him out. Here's Miss Mango. Hasn't really found it so far, albeit putting up some good damage numbers. Hasn't really been able to steal KOs. Almost hit that. $158 on this Rosa. And Miss Mango has a KO. Here's Harvard. Is that gonna be... Nope. Goes back. And Inkling SDs. So here's Homelander, been one of the best amiibo in the league. Harvard is at 124. And the up smash from Homelander's gonna get a KO. But Rehab immediately ties the game up. Here's Kevin, the W rating leader. Kevin really did struggle at first, but has really found it the last few games. $80-95. It's gonna get in the PK Thunder loot. Stops it though, but the back air, the back throw, it's gonna make it 2-1. Here's the everyday anchor to Buffalo and Bob, trying to solve this Bob emergency here. Bob's at 79. And Bob ties it up. Here comes Young Thug. It's kind of fallen off in the rankings. Was at one point top 5, but hasn't really had opportunities. But there's a good opportunity here. Is that gonna be... No, yeah, jump. But narrowly avoids that F smash. F smash for Young Thug. Bob's at 147. Hasn't lost stage, and the uppie's going to send him down. So Young Thug, truly humble under God, saves the game for Ryder. This was an all-around great team game for Ryder, with Get Back in his debut, defeating the 3rd highest rated amiibo, and Miss Mango, Homelander, Kevin, and Young Thug all getting KOs. Right, so we have Your Worst Nightmare versus the Sugar Cookies. This was a pretty close match that Nightmare won the last time, but Nightmare's pretty much got his B team basically. None of his higher tier Weebo are in the lineup there, but Sugar Cookies have a pretty much have their A team out. This is Rashawn's first leadoff opportunity. It's pretty even so far. Falls out of that forward air. (92 to 88). Misses with that down smash. Sugar Cookies have been a very rough watch so far this season. Currently having the lowest record. But Rashawn gets to lead off KO. Here comes Monica's Game Watch. Just barely gets back on stage. Rashawn trying to get as much extra credit as possible, if not get a second KO. And Rashawn is a second KO from the leadoff spot. Here comes Torchico. Gets the easy KO.
Hello?
Hello. You're late.
I was playing Apex with my friends.
You and your little Apex. Right,
I was looking them up.
here's my turn now. Torchico doing good damage.
How am I untimed out? It's because I have connections, okay.
And Torchico ties the game up. That worked.
Is this
Gets
being
the lead right
streamed?
back. Yeah, I'm doing it on PC and YouTube at the same time.
Okay.
Somehow it doesn't make my computer explode anymore. Let's go.
Can I just be muted the entire time?
If you want to be like a bad girl, like a
Don't say that on stream. They don't know what we have.
nah, bro. Let them know you're mine. In other news, Lord with the second KO has been pretty cold, but having a nice bounce back. So now it's a 3-1 lead for the Sugar Cookies. But Low Tier God gets a KO there. Here comes Low, who's been the best player on the team so far. Go trying to get a 2-stock win. Has the Fireball charged up. Uses the Kazi and it doesn't work. That's about what you can expect from this Sugar Cookies team so far. It's now 1-1. Here comes Aegislash. trying to seal the deal. You never know with this team. Below tier god is at 179. That F smash from Aegislash gets the KO. And the Sugar Please with a rare win to tie the series up.
Wow.
Are you proud of me?
I see that Yuri had quite a performance earlier. What happened?
I forgot.
Okay, thanks. I didn't want to know anyway. Thanks.
I like your little scrolling.
It's pretty loud, isn't it?
Teehee.
Hee.
Alright, so Low, although being kind of the team MVP, tried to sell the game, but failed in doing that. Lord was good, Rashawn was great. Toy Chica did a good job, as well as Low Tier God. And that's a solid third win for the Sugar Cookies. Of course, you come in when it's right about to be your game.
Squad strike. Mineral. Mr. Game and Watch. Rob. Bayonetta. Fox. Roy. Sephiroth. Bowser.
Okay, so we've got Tina Logos versus Doggish's team. This was a game that was
Close match.
closer than it had the right to be yesterday. But now Doggish has put their big guns in with Alexiara Fox, Joseph Bayonetta, and Angry Prince Rob. So they should be good in this one.
I don't think Roy can get much done against Incineroar here.
It's not the best matchup in the world.
Full shield versus shield counter. This might be 0 damage, to be honest.
That's the only way this team can win, really. I don't really expect Ian Mouse Chung in the 3 spot to... Dude.
No way! No way!
Alright, GG.
Oh. Down tilt, neutral B.
Wangu with a just complete nothing burger. Which is not what you want when you have the next 4 Amiibo that are up. What got
I hate
though?
that my
Putting up a
Game &
fight.
Watch is so good. Yeah. Like should be good though. Or maybe not. 67. Is that good commentary?
Yeah. $71 at 82.
Nice.
And that's a 4-3 lead. Here comes Ian Malstrong. He's known for having all the accolades,
Yeah.
being quite the clubhouse guy. The counter. That's another KO for Ike here. Here comes Joseph's Bayonetta.
Oh boy.
You don't want to sleep on the Joseph abilities, as we've seen with Soy Sauce yesterday.
Yeah. Anything can happen.
The cadet game happens. Maybe we could see the Clarietta game today.
Maybe.
Oh, it's back on. Oh,
Good shit, Ike.
but it's 4-1 now.
I think Fox can do something here. Whose Fox is this?
This is Alexiar's Fox, of course.
Oh boy.
Known amiibo trainer.
That's what they're known for, if anything.
Fox just trying to stat pad at this point.
I really want the four.
It's not much stats
four
to
KO.
pad, but
Damn
hey,
it.
there's Alex's first KO of the season.
Whoa. I made that happen.
Here comes
There it goes.
the fraud and gets the free KO. It's not really much to say there, other than Wangu has had a combined 1 KO in the first 2 games of the series, which is not what you want. I am not sure if he's gonna be #1 in the standings anymore for this, although the Crunch did also have a pretty bad performance, and Westlake didn't necessarily impress either. So we'll see. It's time for the Fluky Flamers.
It's the last match.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Squad strike.
That was a clutch Roach doing there.
Yeah. I can't believe Florina lost again. I'm actually sad.
It was bad.
It was bad.
You didn't want to be there.
Yeah. Look at Joa making plays. Look at him go.
Scroll up on the in the VC chat. Look at uh his little comments.
I'm looking. Yeah, it's taking a while. Where? Is that the one comment he made?
He was frantically trying to find out where the stream was, and it's like us telling him like 4 times.
Joa and Butters are like
They're
such a cute couple.
inseparable. Yeah, I love them. Alright, for the last match, we have the Flippy Flamers versus 1AM's team. 1AM's team has had 2 MVP candidates in Silly and it's him. And the Flippy Flamers have had UCISO and MITS be their 2 best. The goal in beating both of these teams is to just get a pretty reverse. While Luca's team has been pretty top heavy with UCISO and MITS, their 1-2 being their strongest, 1M's team has been pretty, very much bottom heavy with the big 3 of It's Him, Silly, and Pancakes. And I don't remember how many it was, but they, I believe, have like 4 amiibo on 1M's team that have yet to get a KO, and yet they've only lost 2 games, which is a fun statistic and shows how kind of big the other 3 have been. Close talk so far, and UCISO goes down. That's KO for Cake.com. And the game's tied. Here's Surf's right. It's had some pretty electric performances. Hasn't really been a star in the city so far. But it gets the spike on the day. Silver is already past 69, but he ties the game. Snap becomes the aforementioned big 3 of this lineup. A few times this team has been beat, it hasn't been close games, which shows, and that's a KO there for Silly, that these 3 know how to perform when it's close.
Yep.
I agree.
W commentary.
Oh, and down goes both of them. Took a second for It's Him's icon to load for some reason. I don't even know how to really like score that. Like, I guess that's like a full KO. But Fire Punch is in a bit of a dangerous situation here. Sim has been the highest rated Amiibo on the team. And Sim seals it. It's after 2-stock victory for 1AM.
Does 1AM's league count full KOs?
No.
And why the hell are we doing it? Why are we're not better than him?
My statistics are incredible.
Very.
So that's a pretty weird game, but not a weird outcome. It's kind of a double, like, kill at one point, but that moves 1M's team to 9-2, and Floopy with a bit of a roadblock in that. So that's the 10 games for these sets of game 2s, and the game 3s will likely be tomorrow